Hello and welcome to this video. We are in the beautiful Costa Mesa, California, and we are about to ride the brand new 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayans.
These bikes are slightly different from their predecessors. I didn't really get a full rundown. We kind of just hopped on the bikes and took off. And what I love about this group right now, it's just the four of us and we are all ladies. Just us goyles, going out to have a little cruise on our little Himis and heading up to the mountains right now. So hopefully we can hit some beautiful roads, get some cool shots, and get a feel for this bike, because the only time I've ever ridden a Himalayan was on a demo ride while I was at the Get On Moto Fest in Texas. So we got two racers in the front, if you can't tell. I am giving this thing full throttle. So I picked this bike specifically because of the green. I love this new color. I don't understand. There's so many manufacturers are making green bikes nowadays, and I'm obsessed with them. We finally just got out of the city, heading up into the mountains here. And if you can't tell, we're getting our picture taken right now. So basically this event is all just to celebrate the new 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan. Nothing big. This isn't like a big press event. We all gathered at this beautiful winery last night that I never even knew existed. I was so in love with the place. Look at that view. Woo! The thing I'm struggling with right now is it's super, super sunny. So when we're hitting these corners and the sun's in my eyes, I can't see anything. I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna crash. This is, I think it's a 411 cc's. This is one of the most lightweight, smallest motorcycles I've ever ridden, and I can't even begin to tell you just how fun this is. Like, I'm literally just standing on this little tiny featherweight, and I totally understand how this bike is so popular in the, I don't even want to say off-road community, just like the all-terrain community. I definitely feel like this bike could go everywhere. Maybe not the highways, but everywhere else. So I was invited out here just to celebrate the launch of this amazing video. I'm actually going to link it down in the description and pin it here in this video, but it is, the greatest adventure. I think that's what they called it. And they invited so many different types of people from different walks of life out to Alaska to ride this new Himalayan and just really put it to the test. And I actually got like emotional, watching the video. I thought it just put me back in the mindset of traveling and being on the road, and it was amazing. So that's all we're here for. I'm not here to, I'm making a video and I want to talk about the bike, but right now we're just getting pictures taken, so it makes it difficult for me to focus on the motorcycle and kind of tell you like what I like and dislike about it. And I'm not required to do any of that. I was just invited out here for fun, and I'm excited that I have the opportunity to actually ride the bike too. Finally done taking pictures. There was a couple times I was so close to that truck, I genuinely thought I was gonna wreck. I've literally ridden this motorcycle for like 20 minutes, and we're on like these crazy twisty mountain roads. They're not even like twisty, but they're just fun. So I'm trying to hang back from the girls a little bit because I really do want to get a little alone time with the bike, be able to focus on the bike and the road and how it feels, and not have to worry about, trying to give them their space and stuff like that. So I also hate riding in groups, so not a big deal to me. Man, this little thing is like the mighty motor that could, for real. It's so lightweight, so nimble, so fun. Not necessarily fun trying to go over 50 miles an hour. I can definitely tell you that right now. Like I mentioned, it's 411 cc's. It really struggles to carry my weight up these big hills. But dude, if I had like some country property, this would be so fun. A couple of the pull-offs that we've stopped at have been gravel, and it just and usually, you know me, I hate gravel, but this bike just does it flawlessly. So, oh man. So from what I was learning last night about the motorcycle is that the Royal Enfield Himalayan was never actually supposed to come to the United States. So Bree and the people, at Royal Enfield North America worked really hard to try to build a market for this bike over here. And I think the market has exploded for small bikes like this. Like, when you think of America, definitely like big open highways, large displacement motors, like endless miles, crushing miles, but you don't think of the absolutely amazing backcountry that we have, the thousands and thousands of miles of dirt road and off-road and just like fun non-pavement things you can do. And I seriously think this bike has ticked all the marks for those opportunities and people who want to get to experience that kind of riding. Come on, little motor. So the one thing I am noticing about it is my wrist is never flat. I feel like I'm always 100% open throttle on this thing, especially on the uphills. But it's just so nimble, so featherweight compared to, you know, I ride a 900-pound Harley-Davidson. So hopping on this thing, I parked it in some gravel and I put the kickstand down and I was like, oh no, are you gonna sink? And I was like, wait a minute, no. Usually when I come to press events like this, it is like a full day, full itinerary. You know, we have scheduled stops, we get a full debrief on the motorcycle, and then I get to come out and ride. I'm never told what to say. You know, it is always genuinely, when I get invited to these things, of course, I want to say nice things because I'm like, thanks for inviting me, but this one feels different. It literally was just a celebration of the motorcycle, a celebration of the video, and just a celebration of the community. And that's what it was. I got so emotional last night watching the people coming out and celebrating motorcyclists and building friendships. And it just doesn't matter what you ride. This is a Royal Enfield event. There was people showing up on Triumphs, people showing up on Harley-Davidsons, people showing up on Enfields and Indians, and it was just, everyone was so like-minded. And I got super emotional because that's exactly why I started a YouTube channel, man. I started it to just be inclusive and have fun and ride and meet other people who rode, and I'm not a motorcycle industry enthusiast. I can't really tell you about famous racers or the history of a motorcycle or the history of engines, and I genuinely, I kind of don't care about it. It's so important, and I love that there are people very passionate about it, but I'm not. I'm passionate about riding. I'm passionate about experiencing different kinds of bikes and just the feeling that it gives you, the feeling of absolute solidarity. And that's what I'm here. I'm here across the country in freaking Southern California, riding a motorcycle that wasn't even supposed to be in this country in the first place. And I'm just having the time of my life. This is so fun. So there are a few different things I learned about this bike that are supposedly different from the previous models, and that is, there is a new app. There's a little tiny gauge right there, and apparently that syncs up with the app that you download on your phone, Tripper, and it's a type of navigation. I feel bad when I come to these events and we're in group rides. I usually always ask, like, hey, can I just kind of go off by myself and really learn the bike and talk about the bike? And then people think I die, and I was like, oh no, I'm good. I like to have my alone time with the machine, if you know what I'm saying. You know, touch it all nice and gentle. How fast are we going? 60 miles an hour? Wow, that's impressive. Let's see how fast we can go. Yeah! I'm full open throttle. Hey, I got up to 80. And then I sit up and use my body as like a human shield or a sail. Well, I can tell you the bike can do 80. I heard that the bike was doing 95 during the Alaska trip. I am totally 100% open throttle right now. I cannot twist my wrist any further. And we're going up a hill. Oh, come on, little bike. Chugga, 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 chugga. Okay, what was the differences, and I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the Himalayans, but apparently a lot of taller riders ride this bike as well. So I guess one of the things that was frustrating, oh, we're passing this car. Okay, I had to downshift like twice to do that. But one of the things people were complaining about as a consumer is, for taller riders or people with long legs, their knees would hit these crash guards, these engine guards. So I guess they tapered in the engine guard, and man, you gotta have some crazy long legs to do that, because look at it, like my knee is nowhere near that thing. And I think they did some cosmetic upgrades to the windscreen and the luggage rack and stuff like that. But all in all, it's essentially the same motorcycle. There is some different technological advances. I think this has ABS now. I don't think previous generations had ABS. And if I heard correctly, I think it has controllable ABS. Like you can turn it off and on, which is pretty cool, especially considering this to be an all-terrain vehicle. Brakes work good. I haven't kicked in ABS yet. First gear is always so hilarious. It's just like, I'm trying. I'm a big girl, and this little bike is just doing its best. It's trying so hard for me. But once we get moving, man, like once the momentum gets up, it's peppy. Whee! Oh, look at that view. You guys look. I can't. I'm looking at the road. Dude, I want to pull over. All right, getting back into the ride from red light to red light. All right, well, I split off from the group because I wanted Starbucks. And it's not even Starbucks. I just wanted like a cold brew and a water. So I left my water back at the winery. So I just want to make sure I can get. Oh, hi, puppy. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hi, beautiful. Well, that just made my day. Puppies and Starbucks. Oh my god, how to make a girl happy. Puppies, coffee, and motorcycles. I mean, I think there's probably a lot of ways to make a girl happy, but that is definitely how to make me happy. Okay, so I'm excited I actually split off from the group because now that I am by myself with this motorcycle, for some reason, I acclimated 1,000 times faster when I'm not with a group. And I think it's because at that point I can focus on my own, you know, my weight distribution and my own like accelerating capabilities and stuff like that. And immediately like the whole bike just works better now for me. I don't know that I'm gonna get a green arrow because this thing is so lightweight. Like, do I need to pull all the way up to the stop bar? I don't know, we're gonna find out. But it's getting hot. Ooh, hot girl. Okay, give me a green arrow. Give me a green arrow, son of a. All right, if it doesn't turn green here soon, I don't even care. I'm whipping a Yui. I'm in California. They might throw me in prison for that. Oh, there's a car behind me. Hopefully they triggered the sensor. I'm gonna pull up. Come on, scooch up. Scooch up, little beamer. Yeah, that's the thing about riding in cities. I don't know how y'all ride in the cities. It's terrible. You literally ride from stoplight to stoplight. I hate it. Sweet Jesus, thank you. Okay, starting to get mustache sweat. Yay, Starbies. A lot of people make fun of me because I drink Starbucks, but I'm like, you know what? This shit's like nitroglycerin and that's all I need. I don't care what it is. I'll drink any coffee as long as it's strong and black. Bro, front row parking? Yes, ma'am. Drink. Don't mind if I do. The saga of her two wheels. Ride to coffee. All right, let's go inside.
12 seconds later.
Oh my god, that coffee was so much needed. I'm a bad YouTuber, I didn't film it, but I did get to sit on the patio, enjoy a nice cold brew, and posting on Instagram and YouTube, asking you guys like what questions you have about this motorcycle. So I got a couple I'm gonna try to answer in this video. Obviously, if you have any more questions about this bike, leave it down in the comment section and I'll answer them down there as well. So time to hop back on this little beauty now that I'm all juiced up and head back to the winery. All right, one of the questions I did receive is whether or not I could flat foot this motorcycle. And yeah, I'm very, 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 very comfortably flat footing this bike. It is significantly lightweight. I honestly don't know the weight. I'll insert the weight here in the video, but it is just so little and nimble and wonderful. A few of the other questions are talking about power. How powerful is it? Not. As I mentioned, it's 411 cc's. I believe it's right around 24 horsepower. So yeah, if you do a lot of highway riding, I would not encourage this motorcycle. You'll probably put yourself in a lot of danger. But if you do fun riding, slow riding, or technical riding, this is quite the wonderful little baby. And I think my favorite thing about this motorcycle is the price point. Like, how many brand new bikes can you buy for less than $6,000? And especially this one, because now this has like the powered by Google GPS. So for instance, a situation like this, where I have to hurry up and dart out into traffic, yeah, no, you don't do that. You wait patiently. And something else I love about this experience right now is obviously I was invited out here to ride motorcycles. They didn't even bat an eye. I looked at them, we were on the road, and I said, I want a Starbucks. And they're like, all right. And I was like, cool, I'll see you guys back at the winery. And I just took off and finally get some alone time with this bike. And dude, I don't know, when I first hopped on it, I was like, this is a whole new world. I just spent over 2,500 miles on the road on a 900-pound bagger, and now I hop on this little tiny motorcycle and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself on this thing because it's just a whole new world to me. And I'm loving it. The thing that is kind of difficult is I've noticed a lot of the other girls that I'm riding with, they're smaller, they're more petite, little shorter, so they look like they had a very comfortable time standing up on this motorcycle, whereas when I stood up, I literally could not reach the handlebars. I had to like bend down to reach the handlebars. All right, finally back on the road, racing red light to red light, doing 50 whole miles an hour. I'm telling you, I'm calling this thing the little motor that could. Power is subjective. You know, I think to a lot of people, this bike is plenty powerful for the type of riding that they want to do. I'm doing 60 miles an hour right now, and I'm not even full throttle. But I would say getting up to speed, the power is noticeably low. The one thing that was incredibly shocking to me when I first hopped on this motorcycle was just how narrow the handlebars felt. They're so small. Like physically, the diameter of these bars are so small. As I mentioned in my previous video of the very first demo ride on a Himalayan, I'm obsessed with this cluster. I love the classic analog look of this motorcycle, and just like, it feels like a little cockpit up here, you know? You got all your little bells and whistles and your signs, and now they added the tripper, the GPS thing, and I just think it adds to the aesthetic of the bike. It just looks like this bike is ready to work, ready to travel. Oh, it's manure. I was like, smells like I just drove through a fart, and I had my mouth open. So people ask me if this is gonna be my next bike. I don't know why. Every time I do a demo ride, first of all, I love all motorcycles, dude. You can't put me on a bike and I'm just not gonna not have a good time. So people are asking me like, oh, is that your next bike? Blah, blah, blah. I truly, first of all, I don't have room in my garage. Second, I need property. I would need like cool private property to be able to just like really kind of have fun with this motorcycle, because I don't think I want to take it on the highways around where I live. All right, come in, come in. What did Shade Tree call it? Ramming speed? Yeah. These little ramrods are just okay, I think the winery I'm supposed to go to is coming up here soon. But dude, just what an amazing opportunity, man. And I think that's part of the reason, half a mile. I think that's part of the reason I'm actually just really enjoying my time out here, is because there was no agenda. Like I said, it was just a gathering of moto enthusiasts. All right. Where's the entrance? Oh, it's up here. Whoop! Back up a little too far there. Well, they told me it was off-road capable, so. Oh, it's so fun. Just so nimble. I think 411 cc's, yeah. I think it has a whopping 24 horsepower. Yeah, it really kind of grips you good. The bars are nice and small and narrow, and I've really enjoyed it.
Okay, check it out.
Yeah, it's
like a 13-minute video.
It's beautiful. I cried. All right, we're back. Time to chill for a little bit.
Well, we just got back to the beautiful Dopo winery. This place is absolutely amazing. I rode up here to the top of the little mountain into this gorgeous pavilion and just wanted to kind of wrap up my thoughts on this motorcycle. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun I actually had on this motorcycle today. 411 cc's is definitely not something I'm used to, but It's just like, it's impossible not to smile when you're just ripping around on such a lightweight motorcycle. Thing I personally love about the bike is that it's very lightweight. It looks tall because it's more of an off-road adventure style machine, but I'm 5'7" and I could flat foot this bike incredibly easily. Like, it was very, very confidence instilling. You don't feel it's an analog machine. It actually does what you tell it to do. It's got the cable throttle, a light clutch, and it has a nice little pop, 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 pop to it. It almost feels like a little two-stroke, even though it's a gasoline engine. So it's perfect. I love it. It's not fast, it's not heavy, it's not scary. So especially if you guys are newer riders and you're looking into getting into motorcycling, like, I highly encourage you to check out this motorcycle. Huge shout out to Royal Enfield for inviting me to this once in a lifetime opportunity and this wonderful event. Congratulations on all your hard work getting this amazing machine over to the United States. As always, you guys be good, and I will see you later.